seen before. We haven't shown it to anyone, but this was something that we had. There come the phones, the telephones are coming up. This was a proof of concept that we did, so we could, because pretty much we had not seen Hulk say much, except for Smash. So this was a chance to see how he would behave.
Actually, do you want to start from the beginning? So this is all Mark.
So we're going to test for temporal accuracy. We're going to send you out for about 10 minutes and pull you back in a few seconds. I hope it works. I'll drop you out there. Come on, Tony. Can't I just do this by myself? You never trust me. You always think that I'm gonna mess things up.
System overload.
Oops.
System overload. System overload. System overload.
No!
System overload.
No! Blah, blah. It never works. Never goes the way I want it to.
That was awesome. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. This is going to be my breakdown of the new deleted scene of World Breaker Hulk completely freaking out, destroying Iron Man's lab, and there was also a deleted scene of a Hulk versus Thanos rematch fight that they revealed recently too. So we'll break it all down. We're doing the giveaway for the Disney Plus streaming service. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave your best Hulk Marvel Phase 4 theory on the video. I'll start with the World Breaker Hulk stuff, then I'll talk about the Thanos versus Hulk rematch fight, then I'll talk about what's going on with Hulk during Marvel Phase 4, because he is coming back for the Marvel Phase 4 stuff. So the scene actually picks up in Iron Man's new armory inside the now former Avengers base in upstate New York. After Avengers Endgame, it's just a hole in the ground. Maybe they put a park there or something like that, but the idea is they're going to have to build a new Avengers base somewhere else when we get to Avengers 5. But that movie's not going to come out for a long time. The reason why they're saying they're releasing this scene now, why they didn't release it earlier, is because there was a special panel at D23 where the visual effects artists that work on all the Avengers movies did their own special panel talking about all the cool stuff that they did that did not wind up in the final cut of the movie. And as you would expect, the visual effects artists are the ones that come up with the best, craziest stuff that never winds up making it into the movies. Even better, there was another scene that they showed off with Ant-Man in Giant Man form doing a fastball special, or triple fastball special, because he was getting ready to throw Hulk, Wolverine, Colossus style. But just to give you a sense of the scale, Hulk was also holding Spider-Man, getting ready to throw him as well. Triple fastball special. That would have been the most badass thing ever to see during Avengers Endgame. Even the writers during Comic-Con did their own special panel just about writing Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame back to back. There were a billion cool things that did not make it into the movie. But the visual effects artists are the ones that they come to early on when they're developing the movies with concepts saying, just go off on this idea, make up a scene based on these characters, based on what we're trying to do with the movie. Then they'll come back later once the script is finished or once they've actually been shooting the movie to change things. As you can see, during this scene, it's a very early version of what Hulk was during Avengers Endgame, with them taking him to full World Breaker Hulk freakout mode during the movie. There's a bunch of Easter eggs in the background of the scene that you probably spotted, but you also can probably tell when in the movie this scene was originally supposed to happen. We never really got to see Iron Man's new, larger armory room in the new Avengers base, even though they developed concept art for it before Avengers Infinity War picked up. Remember that very first Avengers Infinity War teaser that I think dropped at the beginning of 2017, when they very first started shooting the movie?
Avengers Infinity War is the culmination of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe as started in May of 2008 with the release of Iron Man 1.
Tony senses this greater threat approaching, and so he is doing everything in his power to keep the Earth safe.
This was meant to be what the armory was going to look like inside the new Avengers base. We got to see the outer wall of that room when one of the bays opened when Iron Man called the Iron Spider armor at the beginning of Avengers Infinity War to save Spider-Man, but we never actually got to go inside the armory, as cool as that would have been. Even though Hulk is talking to Iron Man during this scene, the reason why Robert Downey Jr. isn't in it is because it's just part of the scene that the visual effects people were working on while they were still shooting with the actors. So after this moment here where the clip ends, because this isn't the entire scene, this is just part of it, he goes completely World Breaker Hulk, trashes everything in the armory before they're able to bring him back down to regular Professor Hulk. The scene is basically meant to be an alternate version of that longer time travel montage when they're first testing out the quantum energy that Ant-Man has given them in combination with the Pym particles. And because Iron Man is supposed to be in this scene, obviously it's meant to happen after he comes back to the team and they quote-unquote get the whole band back together. You also probably noticed that it's a really cool Science Bros scene, which we haven't really gotten since Avengers Age of Ultron. The reason why they didn't really do any Science Bros scenes during Avengers Endgame is also the same reason why we never saw the inside of Iron Man's armory inside the new Avengers base, and why most of the other really cool deleted scenes did not make it into the movie. Even with all that stuff taken out, it was still over 3 hours long, and adding all that extra stuff in would have turned it into a 3.5 hour, maybe 4 hour movie, even though I would love to see the 4-hour cut of Avengers Endgame with all the cool stuff added back in. But next, talking about the Hulk vs. Thanos rematch fight. So there's actually concepts of the scene that they were developing early on. It was supposed to be exactly what it sounds like, Hulk going up against Thanos to get him back for beating his ass at the beginning of Avengers Infinity War. The Russos said the reason they didn't include the big rematch during the movie is because their big thing with Hulk during Avengers Endgame was that they wanted him to be Super Zen Hulk, even though we're all calling him Professor Hulk. They didn't want him to be quick to anger anymore, he wasn't smashing everything in sight impulsively at the drop of a hat, so the Russos said that they felt like he wasn't angry anymore at Thanos for beating him up at the beginning of Avengers Infinity War, and the version of Thanos in the final battle wasn't even the same Thanos that he lost the fight to. The final battle was also another 30-minute sequence during the movie, and adding a big Hulk rematch fight would have meant way more money and way more time during that, even though it would have been super cool to see. And I know there's still a lot of questions about why Hulk's arm still hasn't healed at the end of Avengers Endgame. That will heal eventually. The Russos said the reason why they wanted Hulk's arm to still look like that at the end of the film is because they wanted it to feel like it actually cost him something. He had to sacrifice something in order to snap the new Infinity Gauntlet. The damage isn't meant to be permanent because Hulk's powers don't work that way. It's just going to take a little bit longer for him to heal that damage. So by the time they pick up with the events of the She-Hulk series during Marvel Phase 4 in a couple years, he will have healed most of that damage with his gamma abilities. I have some other theories about why Marvel writes the Hulk differently for the bigger Avengers movies than they have for the Hulk solo movies. He's way less intense in the bigger Avengers movies, even though those movies are meant to be bigger event films. I think that's mostly to make him blend more with the quippy, jokey Iron Man tone that dominates most of their group scenes when they're all together. If you want super dark, intense Hulk, be sure to check out the Immortal Hulk comic book that's going on right now. It's written as a horror story, a very, very hardcore version of the Hulk written for adults instead of being written for children like a lot of comic books. It's amazing. It has also got 1,000% more Betty Ross than the movies do right now. But talking about Marvel Phase 4 now, Mark Ruffalo is supposed to come back before Avengers 5 for the Marvel Phase 4 She-Hulk series. He'll still be the Professor Hulk version of the character, but obviously they need him to explain how Jennifer Walters gets her powers, and he's sort of the mentor figure to help her through it all. Really quick backstory explainer on how She-Hulk becomes She-Hulk. In the comics, Jennifer Walters is Bruce Banner's cousin. She receives a blood transfusion with his gamma-irradiated blood because of a mistake, but that blood then irradiates the rest of her body, and that's where she gets her powers. So you kind of understand the arc of what's going on during She-Hulk. She can be the total destroyer version of the Hulk. When she first gets her powers, she doesn't understand them. She completely freaks out in her Hulk persona, and over the course of the 6 episodes or so, he helps her learn how to balance both of her personas, so by day she can walk around as an 8-foot-tall giant green lawyer, and by night she can be a vigilante. If you're a huge fan of Red Hulk, you'll also be happy to know that because Marvel has the rights to do Hulk on TV shows, that's where they do all the Red Hulk stuff for real, because they're also developing a Thunderbolts TV series. It's not going to happen for a long time, but there's going to be 3 new big Marvel series every single year going forward after they start to get them going. So, of course, eventually you would see a Thunderbolt series spin out of some of the villains that are still around, like Baron Zemo during the Falcon Winter Soldier series, prime candidate to lead that Thunderbolt series. You could also put General Ross, Red Hulk, in it, because they already considered putting Red Hulk in Avengers Endgame. I've already done a video about that deleted scene, but that was going to be a slightly different version of the character. When people heard about that, they're like, why don't you do the real Red Hulk, General Ross, from the comics? Well, now, because of all these Marvel Phase 4, Marvel Phase 5, and so on TV shows, that's where you can do that crazy Hulk stuff, because normally you would see that in a solo Hulk movie because there wouldn't be time to do a billion different versions of Hulk in another Avengers movie. And because all the characters on the TV shows are going to appear in the movies as well, the stories will cross over. She-Hulk will also appear during Avengers 5 in some capacity. She probably won't be as big of a character as the Hulk was during the older Avengers movies, but she'll still be around for that Avengers stuff. I'm working on a new video about Quicksilver coming back during Marvel Phase 4 in a new Mandalorian trailer video. If you want to request a special Marvel video, just let me know in the comments about that too. Congratulations, Book Buddy, you're the giveaway winner from my last big Marvel video. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your details. Click here for my breakdown of that leaked Avengers What If trailer footage, and click here for that brand new secret Birds of Prey trailer video. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.